Welcome to this week's energy forecast. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Sarah Louise. I'm a reader of the cosmic weather, and I'm here to share with you what energy is going to be around this week and how you can best navigate yourself through the week. So, my beautiful friends, this week things are shifting, and I know many of you are going to be like, yes Sarah, like praise the Lord, because January, I said to you, this year was a slow starter. Yeah, in January, I know many of you have said to me, Sarah, it feels the same. It just feels the same as last year. Nothing's changed. I thought new energy would come in. I thought I would feel different, but it's same old. And I'm like, just be patient. Just wait up a little bit. Just hold on, because in my view, yes, we shifted the numerology already. Yes, we've been in a new month, but the new kind of new beginnings, the new karmic patterns, the new energy that's fully coming in was never going to come in until next week and beyond. So we've got a beautiful new astro shift next week. Then we've got that new Chinese year coming in with that new fire horse, and then we've got the Astro New Year coming in March. So this week, I believe, is the first week where we're like, oh yeah, things are starting to feel different, because up until now it's been a little bit like, the ground feels a little bit too familiar, whereas now it's like, there's definitely change coming in. And, where we've been and where we're going is very different. We've been in that snake year, and it's all about transformation and shedding, and, it's slow and it's looking and it's deep, and it's been really kind of like, do the work. And we're going into that fire horse, which is much more powerful, much more external, much more change happening. So, we think of that snake shedding and releasing and transforming. We go into that beautiful fire horse, and it's like, right, let's go. Like, let's do this. So there's so much more energy coming in. Yeah. So we're right at the end of this shedding. So if it's felt heavy for you, if it's felt really like, whoa, or things have kind of come up into your view that you're like, oh, wow, like this is all part of it. Yeah. So rather than, moaning and, oh no, just embrace it. Like, wow, I'm at the end of this shedding. And if anything's coming up, great, it's because it needs to be cleared. And this is awesome. Yeah. And then soon we got a couple of weeks, and we're going to be going into that new energy, and it's like, boom, let's go. Yeah. Think of a horse and think of a snake. Think of the difference. Yeah. Think of the different energy, the different vibration they both carry. That's different of night and day, right? It's coming. We're at the end. It's coming. It's shifting. So we've got that going on. We've also got a big astro shift this week, which is quite karmic and very deep. And there'll be a lot of astrologers out there talking about it. So if you want to kind of go into more depth, go tune in and listen to someone talk about it. But Neptune has been in Pisces since 2011, and it's shifting into Aries. And that, again, is such different energy. It's going to affect everybody differently. Everyone's got a different chart. But as the collective, which is what I tune into, it feels much more courageous, and it's got some fire in it, and it's got action. We've been in dream, and now we're going into action. So, all the new beginnings that I feel coming in are like, they've got power, they've got energy, they've got movement. And I feel like we need this. I feel like we've all gone through a lot of revelation and deep work and, realizations and understanding of our pattern and our conditioning and, why we are the way we are and who we are. And now we're just coming into the courage and the energy of being able to change. Yeah, we're just stepping into, actually, that doesn't feel okay for me. So no, I'm not going to engage in that. Even if my patterning says I have to be in it, because that was the enmeshment of, the generational of how we've always done it. Actually, no, sorry, that doesn't work for me. So that breaking and that shifting and that changing and raising vibration and becoming more real and more raw and more honest and more authentic is like coming in so strong, and it's incredible and it's amazing, and it's big shifts. Yeah, and what we used to kind of tolerate, we can't anymore. But also, you know, if we've played in certain things, we're starting to own our part in it and go, okay, well, yeah, that does play out because I've played a part in that, and that's the play that it has been. And if I'm going to change that, I need to take a new role here. I need to play a different character here. And owning that and taking that on as that responsibility, and not kind of, you know, being, well, that's just what I have to do and that's just who I am and that's, you know, that's just how it always been. It's like, actually, now we're coming into at the end of that shedding of actually, no, I can be new. No, I can do things in new ways. And owning our part, taking responsibility. Like if there's areas in your life where you're looking and going, this doesn't, I'm not happy here, or this isn't, what's your part? Because you created it, right? And if you created it, you can also uncreate and create new. So kind of we have to own our part, where we are, to be able to create change. Yeah, and owning all those parts of us and bringing them up to the surface so that we can change. You know, when we're so suppressed and stuck in patterns and how it's always been, there's no room for change or movement or expansion or evolution. And all this new energy that's coming in now, it's like where we were was making us aware of it all. Now where we're coming in, it's like big changes can happen, and they're much more aligned with our hearts and our truth. You know, we're all kind of waking up to, actually, this is what I want. This is who I want to be. These are the things that I want to do. And kind of like on every layer of every part of us, like remembering that, you know, we are this physical body. So really learning, what does this physical body need? What are we doing just out of habitual behavior? What are we doing just because it's conditioned and society says it's, you know, okay, you know, to actually tuning into our bodies and going, actually, what do you want? What's right for you? What's not right? What's wrong for you? You know, just because everybody drinks coffee in the morning, does my body really want coffee? No, well then stop. How does that feel? You know, look at your addictions and your conditioning. Like we have to start, you know, really tuning in, you know, and then the next layer of our emotions. Yeah. And our energy and our intuition, like how connected are we to it? Does it guide us? You know, or do we go by these old voices in the mind that, you know, took someone else's story? You know, and all that old, like, just needing to belong and fit in, and all that generational old stuff is really breaking. Like, we're starting to really kind of move our energy with these beautiful shifts into, like, alignment that's true for us individually. Yeah, and it's taken this time to get there. It's big weeks. Yeah, it's courageous times. It's real new beginnings coming in. So it's like there's new ground, there's new seeds sprouting. And if something's sprouting that you don't like, remember that you planted it. So you need to go dig it up and, you know, weed it, get rid of it. And it's constant, right? And right now it's more about truth over comfort. Yeah. Alignment over comfort. Yeah. That's got to change, got to change, got to change. Yeah. Embodiment over avoidance. Yeah. Stepping into our truth. We're now stepping in. You've had that little first bit of January just to kind of go, okay. Now it's like we're stepping into a really powerful, fast-moving, karmic kind of cleansing, elevational year. Yeah, where we get to kind of super embody who we are. Yeah, and become fully aligned, you know, with our values and our truth and who we want to be and where we want to go and who we're going to take with us. Yeah. And we can't be piggybacking people. You know, this year is all about who's your tribe, who's walking with you, where are you going? Yeah. I'm not giving you a piggyback. You know, I'm not going to wait for you anymore. Like, that's what this year is all about, because we get into 27 and it's different. So we got a year of like quick, like we've done that deep. Now it's like this kind of arranging. Yeah. And like really up leveling our energy. It's exciting. I feel empowered by it. And yes, we've still got work to do. Yeah. It's just different to what it was last year. Yeah, we're so much more awake. We're so much more aware. We know so much more about ourselves and our ways, and it's pretty cool, right? So last week of January, big astro shift coming in with that Neptune moving. We've got, you know, a couple of weeks, 2 weeks left, 2.5 weeks left of more shedding. And then we're, you know, into that beautiful horse energy. Yeah. Things are starting to speed up. The energy of the year is starting to get going. So, what are you leaving behind in these next couple of weeks? What are you still got left to shed? Who are you? Who are you going to turn up to be? Are you going to carry on moaning about the old stuff? Or are you going to start creating the new? You're going to speak up? Yeah. Have an amazing week. Get your journal out. Do your exercise. Move your body. Look in areas where you deserve more. And that could be your affirmation of this week, you know, I deserve more than this. And keep elevating in confidence and courage. Yeah. And when you're in a place of just feeling pure love and gratitude, oh my God, embrace it. Stay there for as long as you can. Start to expand that time so you're spending so much more time in that beautiful space of gratitude, love, joy. Send that out into your environment. Yeah. Have an amazing week. I send you so much love. And yeah, let's get going 2026.